There we go. Let's put that out of the way. Okay. So obviously, some of you are watching this live, some of you are watching this recording. However you're watching this, I want to thank you for investing your time in this. You know, I know there's a lot of training out there these days, and those of you that know me, I think you've grown to trust me and realize that it's always useful what I share. But perhaps some of you are new for the first time, so I always appreciate that there's other things you can be doing with your time, and the fact that you invest your time in yourself to grow your knowledge in your business is great. I really do believe in this industry and what it can do for you. So this is a webinar that I did one time before, many months ago, and it resulted in a $30,000 launch of a particular product. And I've never repeated it, and I have a lot of people asking me all the time, periodically, where can I find the information from that webinar? A friend of mine mentioned it, so-and-so mentioned it, and up until now, I've never wanted to do it. But a lot of you, it seems, starting from 2014 at the beginning of January, have set going full-time as your goal. You know, you want to leave the rat race. You want to at least have the option of doing that, and that seems to be what I specialize in. You know, I was a coach before I came into network marketing, and as much as I can recruit and build a team, where I seem to excel is helping other people like yourself, generate large incomes from this business model. I don't know what it is. I just seem to have a knack for doing that, and I've helped many people do that. So what you're going to see today is a tried and tested blueprint to take you out of the rat race and into a full-time residual income in the next 5 months or less. My record is 90 days. And rest assured, I'm going to leave time for questions at the end of this, but I won't keep going into the questions because I think it ruins the flow. So anyway, let's get started with the content. Let's get asking a quick questions for you to make sure you're in the right place. What would having the freedom and income to work full-time from home do for you and your family? Now, we all have a why. I just want you to put yourself in that position of all day, every day, having total freedom. And maybe you'd like to just be your own boss or retire a loved one from a job they hate. Maybe it's not just about yourself. Maybe your motivation lies with you really want to take somebody else out of a job that's really sort of killing them, eating them alive. And do what you want, when you want, with who you want, because you have the cash and the time to do just that. I just want you to imagine that for a second and make sure you're taking notes on this as we go along. So you don't have to imagine. I know for some of you it seems like a long way away, but it isn't. I'm going to share my story with you in a second, as well as some tactics, and you're going to see how ordinary people all the time are doing this under my coaching, under my advice, from exactly what you're going to receive tonight. So I'm taking these are the most important snippets, kind of a snapshot from my full-time MLM formula. Like I said, that's helped a lot of people go full-time, and I'm going to give you some really good content for free from that tonight. And in particular, I'm going to cover 3 fundamentals tonight that help take me from 0 reps to 3 months to only a couple of months later being over $18,000 in earnings and full-time. I retired actually Christmas Day, which was a great feeling. So let's dive into this all-in lifestyle. A little bit about me. I've left this exactly as it was when I first presented this, because I want to give you a good feel for exactly where I was and what I'd accomplished when I put this information together. So back in May 2011, that was when the downturn started for myself. My wife and I owned health clubs. That's what we've done our entire life. And due to just not really keeping my eye on the market and not really having the skills or knowledge to get out of the situation, I don't know how the recession affected you, but it affected us very badly, to the tune of eventually £40,000 of debt, which is about $60,000 for my American friends. So we were in a really tight spot, and I just exhausted every financial avenue that I could, moving things around, trying to just scrape by, and it just wasn't working. The business wasn't sustainable. I was working 80 hours a week to try and make it work, and my daughter was coming up a year old. I just had no time. I was exhausted. I was desperate, and I was actually depressed. I was never diagnosed with anything, and I wouldn't want to take away from those of you that had, but you know, I really did feel some days like I just couldn't get out of bed. It was a really tough time for me, and that's not me. So for me, what was born out of this information, what I'm going to share with you tonight, was a necessity to go quick. How many of you out there need to go fast? Slow is okay. We're taught, you know, the 2-year business plan. I couldn't do that. Part-time was not an option. I had so much debt and financial commitments, and my time wasn't my own. I needed a full-time income double quick. But I had no list. I had no previous experience. I had no skills in this industry. I was still working a full-time and a half jobs worth of, you know, JOB hours. I didn't have a budget. So I didn't have anything you're supposed to have to create success, which obviously put me in a bit of a difficult spot. But 5 months later, here I am around about 9 or 10 months later, speaking on stage, and those of you in the industry will recognize some of those faces there. We've got Adam Chandler there, we've got Tanya and Caesar, we've got Chris there, we've got Mike Hobbs of Empower fame, and then we've got Ray, who's asleep, but he's still there on the stage in body. And that was me speaking at the Top Earner Academy in Florida. I mean, to be flown over to that event and asked to train people in an audience when only a matter of months earlier I'd been in such a desperate spot was just, I just imagine how that felt. I was so proud to do that in front of my family and friends and peers. It really was a magical thing. And, the reason you're here is, it's because I've followed my formula, not because it's me following a formula. I just want to put that across bluntly. A lot of you, especially if you're in tough times right now, and I did this too when I was in those days of deep debt and no time and just completely shattered and sick and tired and frustrated, I used to look at people like me on trainings like this and think, well, yeah, but there's got to be something they're not telling me. There's got to be some special circumstance or some quality. I bet that guy could always speak like this. I bet that guy could always talk really well and whatever. If you saw my first video, you would laugh or cry, one of the two. And I just want to let you know that it's because I followed a particular formula that I put together that this success happened, not because it was me or any special circumstance. I mean, I was pretty much broken mentally, physically, spiritually, so I just want to get that across. Going full-time has allowed me to travel, freedom. We've been all around the world. We just got back from Rome. We've been to Mexico, the Caribbean. We've been all over the world, and I could never have afforded those things. I've met so many great contacts that actually helped me create that product. The people I met on that very trip there, this is on a cruise ship, have actually helped shape my progress since the point of me creating this. It really is amazing that when you get success and when you get noticed and exposure and when you have extra time, it opens up more and more doors for you. And this is my favorite picture. This was actually one of the mornings of the cruise that we got up, and bearing in mind we hadn't been on holiday for a long time before this, and it had been really tough. This is kind of what I had in my mind when I started this industry, to be able to be proud. I don't really care about the opinions of others. When I shut the door at night, my family, that's what I care about, So that was really, really big for me, to be able to take them somewhere that I never thought we'd be able to experience. Only a matter of months earlier, I'd been looking at my daughter in a cot, feeling like a complete failure, couldn't pay the mortgage next, and here we are on this cruise. It was just beautiful to wake up the year that way. I really liked that photo. So anyway, a quick summary of my first 5 months in network marketing, my very first 5 months. I went full-time. I earned over $18,000. I hit the top 5 best recruiter in my primary company. I went on the MLSP leaderboard, for those of you that know what that is. I came second in my first affiliate contest, won a cruise, became a founder member of the expansion team in my company, got an iPad. And then the last 5 months up until creating this product, so I've gone on since this, but the last 5 months of this information I'm going to share with you, I've actually built the 4th fastest growing team in my entire company. So like I said, it's not just about me, it's about what this information does in the hands of someone that wants to work it. If that's you, you're in the right place. I moved up to 3rd best recruiter, top income earner in my country, big bonus in a year that's just gone, February alone, voted 5th best blog, all sorts of stuff. And since then, I've had a $30,000 product launch. I've set a new record of taking somebody from scratch to full-time in 90 days, and I've created my own team, which really is, since January, has just gone from strength to strength. We're just taking people out of the rat race left, right, and center. So that's something I'm more proud of than my own individual results. So don't be this guy here. Why should you go full-time? Well, we both know there's more to life than trying. I hate that word. You don't want to be in that no man's land of trying to build a business and all the frustration that goes with it, and still having to dip in and out of this day job that you only do because you have to, not because you want to. And a life of total happiness and freedom really is possible and open to you, and you can help so many people. Do you want to give back to people? Do you want to be able to someone who's in your community and for your family, someone who sets an example? You can do that when you have the results and leverage of going full-time as a professional in your industry. So real quick before we dive in, who's this going to benefit? This is going to benefit you if you're brand new to this industry and you're in a hurry, whether that's financial pressure or you're just your ambition. If you're part-time and you're ready to step up, you feel it's about time that you got more success out of where you are. If you're struggling and you really, really are looking for a system that works for the real person, not a guru, not a leader, not someone with a 50,000 list, a real person from scratch, someone who wants to know for sure. Someone, my stuff is built on proof. My content is built on proof and action, and what you're going to know is when you follow this system, you know for sure if it's within you. I'm kind of a all or nothing guy. I can accept not being good enough. I can accept that. Plenty of things I'm not good at, and maybe same for you. What I can't accept and what I really hate to see in this industry is those of you that have yet to come across the information and strategies to fulfill your potential. So many of you have more inside of you. Your ability is way, way, way above what your income is showing. And I want to address that balance. I don't want you 6 months, 6 years down the line to look at people like myself and those people that I've helped and think, damn it, that's the life I could have had. I don't want that for you. That's not what I want for myself, and I don't want it for you. So that's why I do this. So quick common myths to go in full time. Well, don't you need a lot of time to actually go full time? That's a load of rubbish. Surely you need a big budget. Don't you need expert skills? Don't I need a big list? I've got to recruit a lot of people to get exposure in the first place. Not at all. I had none of those. And in fact, in step 3, I'm going to show you exactly how you can recruit to 70% of your prospects, because I do too. And I'm going to tell you how I do it. So here's the training. 3 steps, like I mentioned at the beginning. The reason I've selected these 3 from my full product is because they give you a basis of everything, I believe. The Edification Education gives you a way to attract and intrigue, even if you have 0 results. The Pro Leveraged Lead Generation obviously helps you create leads, and the 70% close ratio, I put ration for some reason there, recruiting for me. I'm not the smartest guy, I'm not the sharpest tool in the box, so with language, but who cares? I can make you a lot of money and help you help a lot of people. The final stage, step 3 there, will help you sign up people. So getting intrigue, creating those leads, and signing people up. Let's get started. I love this bit. Get your notepads out. So Edification Education. You really seriously are completely missing the boat if every single day you don't edify something or someone. What is the major blockage for people not joining your team right now? Now, if it's lack of action, I'm going to motivate you into that. I'm going to kick you up the backside tonight. Well and truly, I pull no punches. But on top of that, let's say when you do speak to people, at some point you must have. What is their major restriction? I don't believe I can do this. I don't believe it's real. If you can answer, you want to write those down. If you can answer those 2 questions of your prospect, can I do this? Is it real? Then it is a no-brainer for them to join what you do. How do you do that? Well, you show them through the medium of other people, because no one cares what you say, no one cares what I say. It's the results that I get for other people, why people come and get mentoring from me. It's the results that you show of other people, why people will join you. That's what you need to do. So get serious about your business. Treat it like a business. Get to know your own story. Get to know your own story. Where did you come from? Why are you here? What have you accomplished so far, whether it's financial or not? Spiritually, mentally, mindset, something, connections with other people. What have you got to be grateful for, and start to share that with people. Look at your team, look within the industry, look at your peers' results, and look at your intentions. Do you think it's attractive if you post on your Facebook profile, or you post whatever it is you want to use, social media, or even if you talk about it in offline marketing, because my methods work offline or online, if you start to talk about the fact that you have a vision, you have drive, and last year I was completely stuck in bed, this year my eyes are open, I see light at the end of the tunnel, these people are lifting me up, I'm learning so much, I have no doubt that greatness is in my future. You haven't got any results, but how attractive does that sound? You know, so many people out there don't even have a goal, don't even have a vision outside of what can I do this weekend before I'm back to work on a Monday. Most people cannot think past that. Stretch yourself and stretch their vision of themselves. Challenge them to do better and be better by doing that yourself and sharing the results of other people. So yourself, your team, industry peers, start to get familiar with the stories of people in this industry and within your company and start to share them. You don't have to say, I coached Joe Bloggs to this result. You can say, got to be grateful for the industry I'm in. Look at this guy's results. Now, as a marketer, you never ever lie, but you package the truth in the best possible light. Write that down. As a marketer, I package the truth in the best possible light. So you can share industry stories as long as you don't try and claim them to be own. Also, get in your team, get with some what I call running buddies, people who are really up for going full-time with you, and edify each other. If you can help somebody out, if you can give someone your time, like this training, those of you who are grateful will probably post on my wall or tell somebody or do something and say, hey, that training was great, gave it us for free, it was amazing. Do you think that makes me look good, and do you think that makes you look good? Absolutely. Absolutely. So get others edifying yourself, and you edify them as the first step. Why? Well, because it absolutely works. It's proof in the best possible light, and it builds relationships. Do not post pictures of money on your wall at all. Why not, Richard? Well, when you do that, who do you attract? You attract people who are looking at money first. Now, whether you believe me or not, this is absolute fact. If you truly believe in what you do, and you show people the change that they want to see in themselves, they will be attracted to you as a visionary. They will be attracted to know what you want to do. If you show them piles of money, what are they going to do when they haven't made their $50 or $100 or $1,000 in the first month? They're going to drop out quicker than you can bring them in. And do you really want a team full of greedy, desperate, needy people? Absolutely not. So I've just got ahead of myself. So no piles of cash, no endless screenshots. Nobody likes that. It's just not cool, all right? So when you're edifying yourself, talk about, here's some specifics for you. Give yourself some previous professional success. Okay, you don't have results right now. What are you doing in your JOB, or what have you done? What qualities have you got personally that are worth shouting about? Show those best qualities. Don't be shy. Yes, some people you know are going to see this stuff and think it's weird because they're closed-minded and they've got comfy with that small vision of what you are. You're going to stretch that vision. And what you want to be proud of is when people say, you've changed. You want to go, yeah, damn right I have. Yeah, I have. Thank you for the compliment. Don't shy away from that. Who cares if 10 busybodies who used to go to school with go, what kind of positive attitude is that? Whatever. You know, let them get on with their tiny little visions and you stretch for yours. So don't be embarrassed to share and talk about your good qualities. You know, benefits and stories always beat facts. So you can put screenshots up all day long. They blend into the background with everybody else. But if you can put up real life stories, so-and-so, mother of 3, heartbroken, she had to put her children into care. Now she spends all day at home with them. She spent an extra 1,000 hours with her children and created so many memories that wouldn't have been possible had it not been for my company. Or I created 50 leads today. What do you care about more? What captivates you more? Look at the leaders in this industry. What are they doing? Are they putting screenshots of leads, or are they putting stories out there and sharing the benefits of what this industry brings? It's the latter. So talk about your team, previous challenges your team have faced, you know, overcome them challenges. How did they do that? And, you know, have you played a part in that, or has your company played a part in that? Show the culture, the support, and the exposure that is given to success stories within your team. That is really vital for them to, they don't care about your lack of results if they see that they're joining something greater than just you. The more you try and make yourself look fantastic, you know, without mentioning your team, without mentioning your system, it means that they're going to start looking and scrutinizing you above and beyond everything. You're important, yes, but if you show them that it's the system that works, all of a sudden your results pale into insignificance, and that's what you want. You want them to know, like, and trust you, but you want them to believe in the system. That is, this is some really high-end stuff, guys. This is really, really gold. Know, like, and trust you, but believe in the system. That is vital in your marketing. Industry peers. It shows class. If I think someone's done a good job, I don't care if they're in my company or if I'm going to financially benefit, I'll say so. And the best way to thank a marketer is to thank them publicly, okay? You're going to be seen as a value giver. It shows class. It aligns you with the type of people who you're edifying, and it gives you exposure in your target market and to theirs. Chances are they're going to respond back. They're going to look for a way to help you. That is what happens in this industry. People say, how do I get to know these people? How do I get noticed? Well, you take the first step, okay? 20 people a day pitch me, one person a month edifies me. Guess who I put on my list of people I'd like to help in the future? Results. Result of the result is far more powerful to edify than the result itself. So I might say, I created 50 leads today and stop there like a lot of amateurs do. But what would be better would be if I said, I created 50 leads today. That's given me so much belief in my business because up to now I haven't created any. What this has shown me is I can actually make this business a success, and I know that before long, with this amount of leads, I'm going to be able to spend that time with my daughter that I really, really crave. The result of the result is more powerful than just the result itself. Okay? What were you struggling for before? What have you got now? And how did you do it? That's an easy way to look at your edification of results. Before, now, how? This is what the challenge I faced. Now this is what's happened. This is how I did it. I'm so happy about that. Simple way to do it. Be a little bit vulnerable. Talk about your doubts or challenges that you've faced. You know, how many people do you prospect, those of you that are online? How many times do you prospect people and you ask them how their business is? Oh, amazing. Absolutely outstanding. My company sold 5 billion milkshakes this month and life is peachy. What a load of rubbish. If they were actually honest, they might get the help they need and you might actually trust them more. I can tell by looking at somebody's profile and the fact that I don't know who they are a lot of the times and knowing people in their company and their upline that they're lying. So I'm not going to believe anything that they say from there, and you won't either. You can smell it, can't you, when they're dishonest? But if they said, well, I'm having some success, but I am facing a few challenges and I would like to do better, I can get on board with that person. I can help that person, or I can at least converse with them and believe what they tell me, and I'm more likely to work with them than I am with somebody who's lying because I don't trust them. Intention. Like I mentioned at the beginning, it's extremely attractive to have a purpose. Most don't believe they'll achieve their dreams, and it's excellent for your warm market to see the instant change. Some of the people who are around you right now will be watching you, whether you realize it or not, and saying, well, when you get success, I'll start to take a look again. So you don't want to have to wait until you sign up 50 people, because that's quite hard work. Wouldn't it be better if you could show them a change that they'd like to see within themselves now? Positivity, energy, enthusiasm. I put a post today, 15 minutes we start, guys. I can't wait to do this. I love what I do. How many people right now, maybe you included, are thinking, I really don't want to go to work tomorrow? When you put something like that, it separates you in a positive way away from the rest of them. Look what everybody else is moaning, bitching, and whinging about and do the opposite. You'll stand out. People will start to take note of you, and you'll start to position yourself as a leader from the very start. See, a little bit of an insight, if I shoot off here for a second. You know, a little bit of an insight. I was actually coaching one of my team. I coach my team individually, and she was doing pretty well. And she said to me, oh, I'm really glad I got my first sign-up. I've not done that before. You know, I can't believe I've done it so quickly. She said, all I need now is a few more sign-ups, and I'll get my confidence up. I said, wrong way round. Get your confidence and your belief up and you will get more sign-ups. Do you understand that the order is different? Guess what happened? Within a week, got 4 more people. Honestly, little tweaks and changes, when you can show that vision and understand the process of things, make a big, big difference. Light bulbs come on. And then what you want to do is you want to sprinkle in the watcher grabbers. You know, once you've been doing this edification, people are shy. They won't reach out. The attraction marketing, where you think you're going to get 1,000 people in your inbox, takes a long time. So what you do is you kind of speed that up a little bit. You kind of nudge this along. In fact, I did this for this webinar. A lot of you have been asking about. You probably noticed. Who out there is wondering? Because they will be. They'll be thinking, what on earth are you doing? How have you changed? How are you going on holiday? How are you losing that weight? Whatever it is that you're doing, how are you doing that? So when you put, a lot of you have been asking about so-and-so, so-and-so, there's a webinar this week that's going to explain it all to you, or, you know, I've got time to help to talk to 5 people right now. However you want to do it, it gives those watchers an opportunity to say, yeah, actually, I thought I wanted to ask you about this question. I've been meaning to for a while. So edify those different groups of people, and you're going to get the replay. I know I go pretty fast, but I've got a lot to cover. Edify them in the way that I've told you, and do that sporadically over the course of the week. And then every week or so, give them opportunity to actually reach out to you purposefully and start engaging with those people. And you will see actually start to pick leads up very, very quickly. So now we know how to be a professional on social media and in networking events in the sense of how you conduct your edifying, how you talk about what you do. Step 2 is to actually go and get some leads. Now there's loads of different lead generation methods out there. What I want to share with you is something that has not been done before. Something that's not been done before. And in fact, let me ask you before we continue, how many of you could do with more leads? I'm always interested in this. Just comment. How many of you is leads is something that's actually holding you back? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, a lot of you, yeah. Yeah, leads holding you back, yeah. Yeah, it's a big stumbling block for a lot of you. Leads is something that I create a lot of. There's plenty of things that I'm not good at, but a lot of you, I hear it all the time. If I only had more leads, if I only had more leads. So this is something that you can do, and it's for free. I like to include free stuff because, you know, I was in a desperate financial situation once, so I understand that money is precious for a lot of you. So this is something that's going to give you the upper hand. Hardly anybody does this, and it's referrals. Referrals are so powerful. If somebody comes to you, say you want anything, particularly say a painter or decorator, what do? Would you prefer to go through the yellow pages or whatever you search online, or if someone you trusted said, hey, you want a painter and decorator? Go see this guy. He's not the cheapest, but believe me, tidies up well after himself, does a great job. You can trust him with your key in your home. You know, really, really worth a look up. You're going to go for that guy. You're going to go for that guy because referrals come attached with, well, if they're willing to recommend them, there's got to be some kind of proof, some kind of positive experience there. We trust people. That's what we like to go with. So here we go, second one. Yeah, so you can do this offline with a postcard, and you can do this online with a simple squeeze page. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to have either a squeeze page, which obviously you can give the link out to on your business cards, or you can have you can just give the link out online as well. You don't even have to have any physical medium. You can do this online 100%. Or if you mark it offline, you can create some kind of postcard which sends them a link to a lead capture page, which is a video and the place they can put their details in. And what you want to do is write this down. There's something called 90-second squeeze page. Okay, 90-second squeeze page is entirely free. It's not the best quality. There are better lead page creators out there, but you know, it's free. It's free. You can get something going simply. And if you've got an autoresponder, which you really should have in this day and age with this industry, because you want to be building a list, if you've got anything like GetResponse or Aweber, you can select a little column on there that says referred by. Okay, so you can have referred by on your little opt-in page. And I know for those of you that are brand new, it sounds complicated, but it really isn't. Go over this replay and you'll see how simple it is when you have, you know, Aweber and the 90-second squeeze page in front of you. So what you can do is, for the people who this isn't for, your business, when they say no, okay, you don't have to push them. You can say, yeah, that's absolutely fine. But in a clever way, you can get them to be more open-minded, view some more information, and actually inject scarcity, which sells every time, into your prospecting, into your lead generation. So someone has told you no flat out. Maybe they don't even want to look at the information. And you can say, cool, no problem. I don't drag anybody across the finish line. I'm looking for go-getters. But tell you what I'm looking for. I'm looking for hungry people. I'm looking for people that I'm in travel, so I'd say I'm looking for people that like to travel, they want to pay less, they like to help children, and they want to be supported by an excellent team that stretches their vision of themselves. Do you know anybody like that? In fact, here's my business card, or here's a link. If you do know anybody like that, send them to this page. You're going to get credit for that, and I'm going to put you in a draw for a gift voucher, or I'm going to give you 10% of their sign-up fee, or something in it for them. Now, what's that going to do to that person? There's something in it for them, and I've found this time and time again. When you give them a financial incentive, they will more often than not start to talk to people. It doesn't matter if it's about losing weight or vitamins or whatever it is that you promote. That's just my company example. But captivate the approach of your company and your vision and feed it to them. Well, I'm looking for people who do X, Y, Z, who want to make this much money, who want to help this many people. Here's a postcard or here's a link to send them to. Do you think they're going to go and check that out of curiosity because you've just looked past them? People hate it. When you say, well, yeah, no problem, it's not for you. Okay, let's not bother talking to you anymore. Let's look over you. Let's look at the real deal. Let's look at people who are going to take action and serious people. It's kind of like being looked over in gym. It's like, whoa, hand in the air. What about me? All of a sudden they feel like they're missing out. They absolutely check that information out. You've just got another exposure. And guess what happens when the cogs start turning? Remember we said, why is the two fundamentals people don't join you right now? Can I do this? Is it for real? Guess what happens when they start thinking of a list of people who they could send this postcard or link to? Well, I might as well do it myself. If I can think of 20 people who'd be interested, why do I want to give 90% away and just get 10? Why don't I keep it all? And that's what I would do. Keep a note of these people, give them a couple of weeks, and then get back to them and say, hey, I'm ready to pay out the referral fees. I know on my files that I gave you a postcard or gave you a link. Who have you thought of that I could get in touch with and I could help them? If you're somebody that likes to help people, who are you going to put me in touch with who I can help? And if they start reeling off names, you're going to say, well, listen, I know you said this absolutely wasn't for you, and I'm really not bothered because I'm speaking to lots of people, but do you not see the sense in you actually joining before we speak to these people and you making the commission? I'm happy to take it off your hands and give you back 10%. It's entirely up to you. Do you think that injects another level of ness to it all? I can't do this. Well, you've just given me 20 names of people that probably would be open to this, and I can speak to them on your behalf, or I can speak to them for myself. Depends if you want to make some money. It works really, really powerful to get your exposures. And what I would do on this page that you're going to send them to, using your 90-second squeeze page, put a little video out there. If you're brave enough, it works better if it's you. Just a 1 to 3 minute message saying, someone you know believes you're a fit for my business. Couple of different details to kind of get them to want to put their info in. In the next video, I'm going to share with you exactly how to do X, Y, Z. If you're someone looking for extra income, if you want to lose weight or you want to travel or whatever your product is, this is what I'm going to show you on the next page. Thank the person that recommended you here. They obviously think a lot for you. Something like that. Put that video out there. Put the little lead capture box next to them with the referred by, and you're going to start getting, if you do this, start doing this now. You imagine all the no's that you get and all the family people and all the warm market that have told you no that you can go back over with now, with this, without pressuring them. All those people that you've crossed off your list, I just opened up another list of leads for you, who you can go back over and say, hey, I know this is not for you what I do, and to be honest, I don't want you in this because, I'm looking for go-getters, but who do you know that you could help that wants to do X, Y, Z? Here's a link to send them to. Trust me. You're going to get a load of exposures to that page from those very people that told you no. You're going to get curiosity and you're going to get referrals. And when you do this consistently with your no's, you have this stream of referrals flooded into your business, whether or not you carry on doing it at all. And so what you want to leverage with this is it obviously shows results. It gives the perception of even bigger results. And, like I've just covered, any that refer, remind them of what they missed. It also makes the prospects feel, these last 2 points are really important, it makes that prospect feel valued and suitable. When you say someone you know believes you're suitable for what I offer, it injects a level of I can do this right from the start, and curiosity enough for them to put their details in. Because what would you think if I said, hey John Smith, so-and-so believes that you'd be really good at this, here's a link. You're going to think, well, what is it? Curiosity is going to, chances if it looks anything half decent, you're going to want to know, well, what is it? Why do you think I'm suitable? And you get the exposure. And of course, is it duplicatable? Absolutely. It's simple to set up, works like a charm. Everybody gets no's and can do this, so it is extremely duplicatable. And if you share this with your team, as you will a lot of my tactics, not only is your results going to grow, don't think about this just for yourself, think about what you can do with your entire team if they're on the same page as you, and you set like a challenge and say, hey, I learned some new tactics, guys, let's do this together. Let's set up a VIP group within your team, the go-getters, those who want to step up. You're going to soon see who's worthy of your time. So up next is the 70% close, I keep putting ration, it must have been spell check, close ratio recruiting formula. So before I go on to that, have you get value so far? Have you learned something useful? Have you learned something useful so far? Good. Yes, good. People are getting lots of useful stuff. Good. So we've got intrigue, we've got lead generation, we've got things that other people aren't doing. We've had a bit of mindset weaved in for you. So now we're on to the 70% ratio recruiting formula. And this is I think this is module 3 from the 6 modules in the full-time formula. So one of the most popular modules, I think. I've already given you enough to improve your home business and your income, but I want to take it a step further. So let's get started with this. So I haven't got time to cover the entire close ratio recruiting formula, but I want to include probably one of the most important segments that's something you can take action on straight away. This is something that if you have an appointment booked straight after this, you can go and use because it's that simple, okay, and very, very powerful. So the problem that you have, especially if there's those of you, right now, do you prospect people within network marketing already? If you do this, you really do need this technique, you really do. Because how many people ask the same questions with the same scripts? It's not so important, although it's getting to be, because our industry is like 170 billion now, bigger than the NFL, the music industry and the movie industry all put together. So a lot of people have been prospected before, whether or not by your company. Now, what don't people like to have happen to them? And what don't you like? To be sold to, right? We don't like to be sold to. So if you say the same old questions of, may I ask this, may I ask that, and I'm looking for this, and, the same old scripts that everybody uses. Do you all keep your options open when it comes to making extra income? Straight away they know what the game is. This guy's trying to recruit me. This girl's trying to sign me up. I've heard this before. So wouldn't it be smarter to have a far less complicated and leveraged way that's kind of untraceable? It kind of keeps them engaged, trusting, and not thinking about, well, what's coming next, So what I want you to do is, I want you to learn a selection of real stories from real people within your company and your own, okay, your own story. Because what I want to share with you is something that will squash every single objection and allow you to close far, far greater, okay? So someone says to me, Richard, I want to know about the 6 bonus on the 7 side of the compensation plan. And I say, well, I don't know about that, but what I do know is, listen, just let me be honest with you for a second. 2 years ago, just 24 short months ago, I was in a position where I had £40,000 worth of debt. £40,000, I mean, that literally weighed me down. I felt like a failure as a father, a failure as a husband. I had no time to invest in the people that were important to me. I just felt like life, I was 30 years old, I felt like 300. I'd lost every penny I'd ever worked for the previous 13 years, and I just complete brick wall. Didn't know what I was doing. Then I found this. I didn't understand it all straight away, I've got to admit, but I found some people that knew some stuff, and I just followed their guidance. Simple system. 5 months later, Christmas Day, I walked into my family Christmas dinner and said, guess what? That little thing that I started, it's worked. I'm retiring. I'm going to spend all day, every day with my family. I'm going to cherish every moment that we've got together, and we're going to see big, big changes in this family. What were you saying about the compensation plan? Do you think people care as much about that stuff as the emotion? People, let me be honest with you, people are looking for a way in or a way out. And that is what you need to decipher very, very quickly. When you close somebody, every point of information that you share needs to take that person closer to a decision, not further away. This is what a lot of you miss. They've just seen your company information. They know the basics of the compensation plan. They know the basics of the product. They know enough. They know enough. If it's more than 2 minutes long, they know enough. How long did it take them to buy their mobile phone? Which probably cost which probably cost twice as much as your business. Didn't take them 6 weeks and ringing Apple up and asking them for the breakdown of everything. So it's rubbish. They're telling you rubbish. They may feel like some extra information, which is fine, but you've got to make sure that whatever you share, whatever you do, it takes them closer to a decision. That is what you are as a closer. You are a decision collector. You're not looking to take people who hate network marketing into your business. Not at all. People say, Richard, this guy hates network marketing. He says he hates my product. He doesn't want to work with me. How do I close him? I say, you don't. You go next and you look for someone that does. But any information that you share wants to be bringing them closer, not further away. Don't give them 50 videos and say, get back to me. You've just distanced. You're further away than when you started. If you have them on the fence, if you're not postured enough, that's what's going to happen to you. So learn powerful stories and your own stories so you can squash every objection. And at the end of it, I say, if you still feel like you need information on the compensation plan, I can point you in that direction, but sounds to me like you're ready to get started. That is a really powerful line. If you feel the need, because you're saying you don't have to, if you feel the need for information on X, Y, Z, then I can happily share that with you, but it sounds to me like you're ready to get started. That is a very, very powerful line to use, extremely powerful. You're basically saying to them, a little bit silly if you want extra info, you've seen plenty already, sounds to me like we should get going, don't you think? So people buy an emotion. This is why it works. It's what they can see themselves achieving. Stories captivate, they create, they take prospects to a place of realism. When I was telling you about my past there, you would have been at least partially, especially if you're a father, you would have been with me with that emotion. Do you really care about the 10th bonus that's going to take you 2 months to hit anyway? Do you care about that? Or do you care about the fact that I now wake up with my daughter every morning and take her to school, and we went to the seaside all day as a family yesterday, and none of these things, literally every day I do something that I think I would have never have created that had I not been full-time in this industry. I would have never physically been here to exceed that smile or take my daughter there or see my wife here or whatever it is. I physically would have been somewhere else to not experience this had I not been full-time. That's what you care about. That's what your prospects care about too. So 3 steps to success there before I cover something else with you. 3 steps to success. So you've got a lot of tips to try already, and you can get a lot of results from that free info. You've got a lot there about how to, a crash course in attraction marketing, crash course in creating leads that not many people do, and a crash course in recruiting. So you can actually go out there. You've got my permission. You don't need it. I've shared it with you. Go and use it. Share it with your team. Go and get success. I want to help as many people as possible. But I want to give you an option for some of you who are going to be in a hurry. Like I said, some of you will be either absolutely on fire ambition-wise or in a really difficult financial spot. So I want to give you an option that's completely your choice if you want to go full-time super quick. Super quick, so it walks you through it. Because what I want to do is I'm challenging you to better my results in your next 5 months. It could be a little bit of fun. I want you to know, do you accept? Do you accept the challenge of really believing and going at it to be retired from the rat race 5 months from now? I've done it in 90 days for about 6 people now. I've done it in 90 days, so it's possible even quicker, but 5 months tend to be my average. 5 months from now, how would this day have been different if all you had to do was concentrate on your home business, if you could get rid of that job? So if you want the leadership, if you want the exposure, the respect, the financial reward, the freedom, the pride, whatever reason it is, let's help you out. Let's go for this. It makes sense. And in fact, some of you might know this guy. It's quite funny. Ben, he wrote this testimonial for me about this information. Some of what I'm going to share with you in a second. When he very first got started, I was one of Ben's first mentors. Now, Ben actually just had his first $10,000 month last month. Still friends, he had his first $10,000 month last month. I actually helped him go from 0 to get his first 10 team members and show him how to duplicate and get an extra $400 a month in residual income. And he said at the time, I'll be in a full-time income within the next 60 days. And he's on 10 grand a month now. So it's, like I said, everything I do works. It's based on proof. But I looked at that slide today as I went over these from when I did it the first time. Just made me smile how far Ben's come. Really proud of what he's done, which is really cool. And I put this on the page where you saw this. I just love to help others create success. A lot of you said you identified with this. Feeling lost, overwhelmed, frustrated, watching everybody else get success and wondering why on earth you can't do it. What is different? Because I lay it out step by step practically and then provide support and encouragement along with it, that's helped Kurt really believe within himself that he can go full-time within the next 6 months, and he's taking big steps towards that already. So it's really working. And this is what I want to share with you. Some of you will have seen this already. This is my full-time MLM formula, rat race to residual in 5 months. Now, it's basically everything I did from start to finish to go full-time in my first 5 months. I want to share a little bit more information with you in a second about what's included and some bonuses. But I kind of value this at $297. Maybe a little bit more, but I'm going to give you an offer in a second, because even though I've given you free training, I think if you take the time out to watch this and invest in yourself, I should give you something in return. But even if it was $297, what would going full time in 5 months be worth to you? Okay, what would it be worth to you? And you can see the link there where you can check out the page. See, within this course, there's 6 modules. The first one is how to think, act and look like a leader. Then we've got the full pro leverage lead generation, the full 70% close rate recruiting formula. Then my digital DAM. For those of you that market online, this is how to completely be online reputation domination. Literally, no matter what your results are, no matter where you are, who you are, some really kind of clever stuff that will build you a massive reputation very quickly. How to build a team of producing champions. How many of you out there don't just want to recruit for yourself? You actually want to have some leveraged residual income. It's no good just out recruiting the drop-off rate. You want to have people who come to your team and do stuff. That's what I want to teach you in Module 5. And in Module 6, we bring it all together, something I call the momentum bomb. Basically 90 days to life-changing income, because we shortened it down from 5 months because of the results that we got, a 90-day step-by-step game plan for you to go from 0 to massive momentum in your business in 90 days. That's a real key component, that last one there. I'm also going to give you a bonus. I'm going to give you an extra bonus in a second, actually, that's never been seen before. A lot of you, what's serious for me is I don't need to sell the courses anymore. I like to, because it's what provides my income and I'm ambitious about what I do, but I like to provide value way above and beyond the investment required. And what I want for you is to get this course, but then use it and get value from it. It's not the kind of course that you just watch and then put on a shelf. It's something that you're actually going to learn from and be able to act upon. So to ensure that you do that, I'm going to do an accountability, support and consistency package, okay, which 30 to 60 days is what it takes you to form lifelong habits. We're going to kick off in a challenge group on Facebook, a new Zero to Hero challenge where we really get on top of each other and support each other. I give you daily feedback. We do a spreadsheet of results, all sorts of other cool stuff. They're going to make successful full-time results repeatable at will for you. So we have a private mastermind group for that. Daily accountability, plug straight into the Zero to Hero challenge, at least $77 for that. Also, Ray did this. I did this as a joint venture with Ray Higdon, those of you that know him. Ray actually throws into this course for you his brand new Straight Talk on going full-time in LMLM. Now, he sells this all day for $37. He actually threw this in as a bonus to this course, which is, a big deal for Ray. He gave a course away for free just for the quality that he saw in this course himself. Now, this is tonight only bonus, okay? This is a 3-part series to creating and ranking videos on YouTube. See, I know a lot of you have no idea where to start with video, or you're making videos, you put a lot of hours in, but you can't get ranks or traffic, or you just watch them and hate them, and I've been there. So from start to finish, this is a course that I sell on its own for $97, but I want to throw it in for the first 5 of you from right now. I'm going to track the sales. I got my own back office with this. I can see sales coming in. The first 5 of you from now, I'm going to throw this in for free. Absolutely free. And if you're watching this on the recording, I'm going to reset this. When I send this recording out, I'm going to reset it, and the first 5 of you after this recording has been sent out, you're going to get this bonus for free as well. Just the first 5, because I'm literally giving away just short of $1,000 worth of coaching for nothing. 5 now, from right now, this second, and 5 when the email goes out. Everything from how you can pull people in with a particular formula to how to create the videos, and also how you can then rank them. I have many videos on the first page of YouTube pulling in leads every single day. That's going to be available to the first 5 of you now, and the first 5 of you after the recording has been sent out. So if we break it down, $297 for the course, $77 for the accountability package, Ray's Straight Talk $37, not even including the YouTube one, you're looking at over $400. Even at that, it's the price of an iPhone. I mean, is that worth it to take, get you to your dreams in 5 months from today? Absolutely. But I'm about value. I know what it's like to have the desire but lack the budget. And you know my story, so you know I'm serious about using this proven system. I want to put it in your hands. So $97 is for everything. $97 for everything. And while those bonuses last, only for the first 5. If you're a UK friend of mine, it's £57. Now the link at the bottom there, that is what you can come through if you come here from me. If somebody recommended you here personally, they're probably going to message you right now or get back with them. There's a link that you want to go through. But don't worry, I track every single sale. If somebody uses this link and you've recommended that they come here, you just shoot me a message, let me know who they are, and I'm going to sort you out with that commission. So don't worry, if you come through this link and you've done that already, no big deal. I can track that. And you know I'm an honest guy. It's no problem whatsoever. But you can practically steal this from me, the full-time formula and the bonuses for $97. $97. And also, of course, I don't expect you to believe me on faith. You get a 100% money back guarantee, but I just want to share this story with you particularly. In fact, Carl might be on here tonight, actually. This is why I do this. You know, I've just spoke to my boss, and on Monday, I'm handing my notice in at work after watching yours and my videos. Everything he believes in, full-time, won't stop until we achieve our goals. Thank you. Oh, and I'm signing up my boss on Sunday. And he actually did that. He signed his boss up, and he's gone full-time. He's actually one of the leaders in my team. He was on stage at our last company event, and he signed 7 people up. Sorry, 4 people up. No, 7 people up in 4 days. I was right the first time. 7 people up in 4 days recently. So fast forward from August last year to right up to date, Carl and Kelly, 7 people, 4 days, just on stage at their most recent event, full-time in the industry, coming to Amsterdam with me for our next company event. You know, this stuff works, guys. And there's tons. There's tons and tons and tons of feedback, and you can see tons more proof on that link there, or if somebody's contacting you right now. I don't want anybody using this who doesn't completely believe in it and see the value. So you shoot me an email if you're not happy, 100% money back guarantee, no questions asked. So if you're serious about success, I'm extending my hand. I've removed any risk or barriers to you. You know, I've made the price achievable. I've given you tons of free information already if you want to go and just try and use that and, you know, see where that gets you. But if you want to go fast, if you've got people depending on you, if you're anything like the situation that I was in, you know, those bonuses, especially that YouTube, are only going to be available. I'm going to give it 20, 30 minutes or maybe an hour tops before they've gone. Everything you want to get the life you deserve and you desire, 5 months or less for $97 from that link there, or if somebody's contacting you right now, go through them. And I just want to finish before I throw it open to questions and answers. My favorite, absolute favorite quote that got me through some really dark times. If you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't step forward, you're always in the same place. So I'm going to see those of you stepping forward at the very top in 5 months or less. So hope you've enjoyed that. Let's have a look at some questions and answers. Anybody got any question? Loads of ideas. Good stuff. Loads of ideas. You on this tonight, Carl? Let's have a look. Just comment if you're on this tonight, Carl. He's busy prospecting for the next rank, so we'll see. Let's have a look. Can I see my attendees? Is Carl on there? Stan, Scott, hi Peter, hi Lee, hi Kevin, hi Kelly. Oh, Kelly's on. That probably Carl. Kelly and Carl. Good stuff. Well done. Yeah, you're doing well, guys. You're doing well. Maybe I can unmute you if you raise your hand for me. And if I can unmute you. Let's see if we can bring them out. Never actually done that before. Let's see if we can unmute you guys. Have you guys got a microphone? Let's see where Kelly is. Okay, guys. Have you got a microphone there, Kelly or Carl? You guys got a microphone? You've got the stand if you want it. Just want to bring everybody up to date with what you're doing with this formula and everything. Maybe not. Maybe I haven't got a microphone. Never mind. But yeah, those guys are doing really, really well with it as well. So any questions? Anybody got anything they want to ask me? It could be anything to do with network marketing, to be honest. I'm here. Both of us. Oh, you're on the phone. Those guys are on the phone. I'll record the replay. Yeah, no problems, buddy. No problems. I see you on the phone. Yeah, I'll record this and send it out to those of you that have registered. That's the only people that are going to get this. What you may have missed is the first 5 people from now that purchase this get a YouTube bonus, and the first 5 have my card ready. I'm fired up. Good stuff, Peter. You'll get that video bonus straight away. And yeah, Peter, if you, I know you're in the UK, so I'll give you that video bonus, and also you've got my personal number, so if you want a bit of coaching on that, then by all means reach out to me. I'll do that for the first 5 of you as well. My time is really valuable, but I believe in rewarding action. You know, if I see someone investing in themselves, I invest in them. So whether you're on my team or not, if you're one of those first 5, I'm happy to get on the phone with you or Skype with you and actually give you some extra coaching on this as well. So that's a big deal as well for you guys. But let me try muting you again then. Any good? Any good? I don't think it's going to work if you're on the phone, guys. I tried unmuting you, but I don't think it's working. Nah, never mind, never mind. Any more questions? You're welcome, Peter. Yeah, you're welcome. Anybody got any questions? It can be about this formula particularly. If you want to get those bonuses now, that's great. If you want that free coaching, that's fine. That's open to you for the first 5. And if you're watching the replay, the first 5 again, probably going to take, I mean, Peter's definitely got one. I'm going to check my back office in a minute. They may have already gone. You're probably going to get a few minutes, if anything, to get that free coaching from me and those bonuses. Same if you're watching the replay. Anybody got any questions about network marketing in general? You're struggling with anything particular in your business right now? I'm happy to help you, you know. I got some time here, so I don't mind investing in you guys. You turned up, I'll help you by all means. You're all good. I must have done an outstanding job. I must have done an outstanding job. I've answered all your questions. You're welcome, Kevin. You're welcome. I enjoy this. I really, really, truly enjoy this. You know, I know what it's like. I mean, you can hear I'm a real person. I don't mind my P's and Q's. I'm not the shirt and tie type of guy. I've got a long way to go in this industry, but what I really enjoy is I know what it feels like to be like back against the wall. I know what it feels like to just be really frustrated with yourself. Another day, another month's gone past, and you're still in the situation you didn't think you were going to be. And I found a way for people who want to work to get out of it. So why wouldn't I share this with as many people as possible? You know, I love sharing this information with you. It's why I blog, you know, as much as I can too. Struggle to do what needs to be done. Yeah, that's a big deal. That, you know, a lot of people really struggle with taking action. I think sometimes it can be stress, Peter. You know, for me, I was under a lot of stress, and the weight of my why was crushing me. You know, I used to look at my daughter every day and be like, oh, you're nearly in tears, thinking, come on, Richard, get it together, you know. And that used to have me staring at the computer screen, clicking refresh and staring at Facebook and my email. And then I'd think, wow, what have you been doing, Richard? Why don't you create this? Why don't you do that? And that's when I realized that I didn't actually have a clear plan or anybody holding me accountable for what needed to get done. That's why we have that 0 to Hero accountability challenge, because where I put together the tasks that you need to do daily, whether you've got 5 minutes, whether you've got 5 hours, it gives you an achievable, rateable, quantifiable way of monitoring your progress, so that you can only succeed because you focus on the actions and not the why. If your why was enough, you would have success by now, like I thought. I love my daughter to this day as much as I did the day she was born. When she was born, I looked at her and I thought, boom, nothing will ever be the same. I loved her there and then. And if that was enough, why didn't I not have success right there and then? It's because you need a structure, you need accountability, you need things that work. You need not just the whys, you need the how-tos. And that's what I put in this course in that accountability group. Not just the whys and the tactics, but the get it done. Here's how you get it done. Now let's move forward, that type of stuff. Good stuff, Helen. Glad you're ready to get that. Glad you're ready to get the first step forward. Yeah, you're going to get those video. You'll get that video bonus as well then, no doubt, and you'll get that coaching as well. Glad you could make it home. Anybody else? Anybody else got anything they need from me? Anything else? Any other questions? Happy to answer them. I'll give it a minute. Sometimes it can take a minute for the connection to come through. Yeah, good stuff, Fatima. Yeah, listen to it. Yeah, that's the beauty of this formula, you know. It's talking on a laptop. That's the beauty of this formula. You can go over it time and time again. In fact, it was Carl who mentioned that to me. He said, you know, I saw you talking about your formula again the other day, so I went over it again. In actual fact, it was just before the period that he actually got on stage and said, you know, it's like a decent book or a decent movie. You get something, and doing it right now, good stuff, Fatima. It's something that you get. You see something different when your mind is in a different place again and again. It's very practical and straightforward, so it isn't hard going. It's very easy to let the information flow, so you can go over it again and again. There's no limited access. You get unlimited access to this product for a lifetime, so you know, you can go over this and digest it at your own pace and refresh yourself on it over and over again. You know, and as updates come, I put them in the group, so you even get free bonuses and things as they pop up. Good stuff. Yeah, everybody gets stuck. Everybody gets stuck. The key when you get stuck is to not throw away the rest of the week. You know, like a diet, if you're trying to lose weight, everybody does the same thing. Monday I'll start. Monday I'll get back on track. And then what do you do for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? You eat and drink as much as you can get your hands on because you think, well, Monday is when I start. What happens if you don't start Monday? You're now in a worse position than you were on Thursday or Wednesday because something switched that said, well, Monday is when I start. If you do this now, just because it's a Thursday, no, you're not going to do your research over the weekend and start Monday. Trust me, it won't happen. Life will get in the way. With all the best will in the world, it won't happen. Trust me. How many times have you thought you were going to do something and it's on a email to yourself somewhere, on a to-do list somewhere? You forget. You forget about it. So take action right away. Whatever it is you need to do, get it done now. Start now, at least do something so that a little bit of that frustration breaks away and you don't just think, well, this week I'm not going to work my business. I'm going to start again on Monday afresh with a new master plan. No, get it now, get it done, get some steps get taken right now so that tomorrow, even tonight, you can feel better about yourself and your business, and actually Friday is the first day for the rest of your business, not Monday. It doesn't work. This is coming from a previous health and fitness coach. I've seen people gain so much weight with that mindset that I just mentioned. And I've seen so many home business owners fall off the track with that mindset too. Okay, guys. Anybody else? Anybody got anything else they want to ask me? I'm conscious of the time. 90 minutes is coming up, so that's about as long as people tend to want to stick around for. So any other questions? Anything you need help with? Well, listen, those of you that were probably connected in some way, shape, or form. If we're not, I'm easy to find. If you Google me, you'll find my website. So it's the beauty of having such a weird and wonderful name. My father's from India, if you're wondering where the name is from. I'm British. My mum is English. My father's Indian. And also, Facebook. Search my name on Facebook. You're going to find me easily. Shoot me a friend request over. I'm happy to connect with you. And you can ask me some questions there. But I hope you got a lot of value from this. Those of you that have gone and purchased straight away, the first 5 of you have got some serious killer bonuses and some time from me. The rest of you will still get some decent bonuses too. Same again with the replay. And what I'm going to do, guys, is what I always say is go and create a day and a life that counts, guys. I'll see you all really, really soon.